Hi everyone, welcome to faculty training. I wanted to make you a quick video so that you could hit the ground running to start off our course. Let's go through some of the tools in our course and navigate some of it so that it will be easy for you to find your way from the very first day. When you open our course, you're going to notice that you end up here on the Start Here page. This will give you a nice explanation of how to get started in the course. And here's some important information about how to access your SNU email account. This is pretty important. You want to get to it relatively quickly because the majority of the announcements and my contacts for you are going to come through this channel from now on. Also, any course offers or any contacts from our administration are going to come through this channel from now on. So you're going to want to get your SNU account, get it going. If you have any trouble with your SNU account, please do let me know and I'd be happy to help. Well, this is called our quick navigation menu in case you haven't used Blackboard before. So here's our Start Here page. Here is our announcements page. Now a little later in the first week, I'm going to flip this so that you can start by viewing the announcements page rather than starting at the Start Here page. Most of your course shells are going to start on the announcements page. So I'm going to click on announcements here. And you're going to see, I'm in the instructor mode, but you're going to just see this slightly differently in your view. It's just not going to say create announcement on top, but it is going to show all of these. Here's our first announcement for the course. This is a permanent announcement and it's a welcome announcement. It has some important information for you, some helpful tips, and this is a very useful training cohort calendar which will give you information about everything is due, when everything is due, and when to submit it, and what is due on what date, so you can get that in on time. You'll notice that new announcements are always going to be posted below this one permanent announcement. So whenever you come in here, it's a good idea to scroll down below this announcement to find new announcements. I'll also be emailing announcements to your SNHU email accounts, so it's good to check for those as well. Let's go down one more and look at course information. You're going to see a course syllabus. This also will give you information about what is due and what we'll be doing each week. It'll give you a good statement about our purpose for the course and some great information about it'll look a lot like the kinds of syllabi you'll be using in your own courses, so I think it's a nice idea to review this. You'll see some video transcripts here, assignment guidelines and rubrics. These are always useful to look through. Technical information, our student handbook, information about our advising services, Smart Thinking Online Tutoring, and SNU Career. These are great services that are available to all of our students, so it's great to become familiar with them now so that you'll be able to recommend them knowledgeably to your students later on. Let's go down into learning modules. When you first open your course, you're going to see your course outcomes, your course description, and only this module, the Introduction, Information, and Inspiration module. This will be open at the opening of the course. In order to move down to open our Week 1 module, you're going to need to complete your Statement of Intent quiz at the end of this module. All your Statement of Intent quiz is a simple yes or no quiz that tells me you'd like to continue on with the training. And it will open this Week 1 module for you, which has a lot of material in it. You'll be able to click on it. When you click to open things in Blackboard, don't click on the icon, but click on the title. So for example here, I'm going to click on our first module here. You'll see a module description, module objectives. You'll see videos. You can click on the play button here. Here you would click on the play button. More videos. Here to get into this folder, don't click on the folder, click on the title Module Resources. To get to the Statement of Intent quiz, click on the title Statement of Intent. That should help you out quite a bit. Those are our learning modules. That should help out. Now we're going to go to discussion boards. You can get to the discussion boards through your quick nav menu or through the learning modules. Either way. I like to go through the quick nav menu, I always have, but it depends on your preference. The learning modules are going to be organized in chronological order, so the activities are going to be connected to the resources that we've provided to help explain why we're doing them and what they contain. So if you like to go in chronological order, then go through the learning modules. If you want to go directly to the discussion boards, please feel free to do that as well. So I'm going to go to the discussion boards right now. You'll see our general questions board right here. To get into the board, please click on the title. Our general questions board, there you're going to see a forum like this in every single one of our courses. These are great places for you to ask public questions about the course. They are public questions, as I said, so it's not a great place to bring grade-related questions because this isn't a private board. So the best decision is that if you do have a private question for me, or if you want to recommend that for your students, it's best to use email for those just so we can take care of FERPA. Here is our icebreaker. You'll be doing that. You'll see that I have this organized so that there's one post here. That's from me. Here I've put 2 posts in here. One is going to contain this video and 1 participant, which is me. At the beginning of week 1, we'll be doing this discussion, our week 1 discussion. So in week 1, we're going to have the icebreaker and the week 1 discussion. Scroll down. Week 2, we will have 1 discussion. And in week 3, we will have 1 discussion. You'll notice that these are what are called adaptive released. So these will open on each Monday of each week at midnight. So here's how you can navigate to your journal activities. I have these adaptive released as well. This will be your journal activity for week 2 and 3, so it will open in week 2 and 3. This is your journal activity for week 3, so it will open in week 3. Here's information on research and writing. Here's your My Instructor page. So you can see this is me, this is my email address, my office location, my LinkedIn personal link, and information about me and how to contact me. The best way to contact me is always through email. Then we can set up a phone appointment, a link appointment, a Skype appointment, or a chat appointment. I'm very, very open to helping in any way that I can. To get to your grades, I'm not going to have grades in this view because I'm an instructor, but in the student view, the best way to do that is to go to My Grades and click on this. It will take you to a page, often because I do add so many comments along with your grades. That's one of the ways that I model best practices for you. You will have to scroll horizontally to find your scores. So if you have any trouble doing so, please do let me know and I'd like to guide you. You'll also see a course management menu here. You'll have some of these elements like the course tool with the menu. You'll of course not have the grade center. This you'll have in the instructor view when you get your own course shells. So I'm going to go back to the Start Here page. Let's go into the discussion board and just work on how to do a discussion post. Just in case that is a concern for you, I'm going to go into the icebreaker. If I'd like to create my own thread, I'm going to click on Create Thread. That will take me into here. It's going to give you the forum description. You're going to have a subject line. This is what we call the content editor. It has a lot of information in it. If yours opens up with only 1 line like this, you can always add elements to the menu and make it wider so you have more things to choose from by clicking here. This is called the Show More icon. To attach a document, you're going to use the paperclip. To insert an image, you're going to click on this landscape picture button and say I'm going to click on that. You can browse your computer for the image. If you'd like to make it smaller, so say I'm going to put in my picture. I'm going to put in my own picture here. See, it's quite large. I always put in a description that helps. So let's see, that's my picture. I don't like it this large. I think that's a little bit narcissistic. So I'm going to go to appearance. To make it smaller, what you can do is just pick out your pixel count. Say I want to make it 200. Then I'm just going to click in this box and it will balance it for me. And then I will click insert. And there's my picture. Now say that's still a little too large for me and I don't like the way that looks. I can click on it and see these boxes. Then I can just squeeze it on up and make it smaller, or I can stretch it on out. That's a little harder with my mouse. It doesn't want to let me do that right now. Here, I can stretch it from there. Stretch it on out to make it wider. If I like to do that, that makes me look a little bit wider than I like, but who cares? So you can do that. And let's see, to add in a video from YouTube, for example, you could click on this mashup button. To create a hyperlink, you can use our hyperlink button, which makes things very, very easy as well. So I'm going to put in, say, my email address, j.schilt@snu.edu. Then I'm going to outline it. Then our hyperlink button comes up here. And say I want to make this mail directly to me, so I'm going to do a little trick, mail to, and then I'm going to copy in my email address, j.schilt@snu.edu. I'll put in my email address just to help out. And I'll insert it. Oh, there's my hyperlink. So if anybody clicks on this, they can email me directly. So that is very helpful. Let's say I submit this. I'm going to delete this post afterwards, so not to worry. Oh, I should probably put in the subject line. A post about me. There we go. Hope you have a sense of humor. I like to have one. So if you wanted to reply to a post, you can open it up. You can click on reply. I do have the edit function on here, which I like to use. I like to have it open for my students as well. I think it's a great way to do things. So you can always edit a post. And you can set a flag on this post so that you can look at it later. So I'm going to set it up. I could set a flag on it, which means that it would show up nicely in my in everything that I do. So here, why don't I delete this now? I'm going to delete it. It warned me. I don't have any extra posts on that thread anyway. Now you can view your discussion forum either in list view, which it is now, which tells me how many unread posts I have in a given thread and how many total posts I have in a given thread. I can also go into tree view, which looks a little bit different. What it will do is if I have a reply, it will show a plus sign and it will show each one of these in bold. This is nice for the beginning of the week to use tree view because then you can see where everybody's posting, you can keep track. But when I'm trying to keep track of a lot of posts at once, a lot of time I'll just switch over into list view. Then I can find my unread posts very, very quickly. So I think that should be enough and that should help you out to get you started in the course. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I'm always available to you and I really do like to help. That's what I'm here for. So if you get stuck with anything, instead of calling the help desk, let me know, because if you encounter it, there is an enormous chance that I've encountered it before. This is something I've been doing for a long time and I love to do, so we can always problem solve together. So I'm glad to meet you and I can't wait to learn more about all of you. Take care. Bye.